Elementary Market Leader, Coursebook, 3rd edition. Unit 2, Work and Leisure, Track 17. Person 1.
Well, I'm a product manager, and what's important for me is a high salary, long holidays, and helpful colleagues. I only have 2 of these in my present job.
Track 18. Person 2.
I want to be a salesman, so what's important for me is a company car, parking facilities, and a mobile phone.
Track 19. Person 3.
I'm an accountant. What's important for me is a friendly boss, travel opportunities, and job security.
Track 20. Person 4.
Fast promotion, flexible hours and some sports facilities are what's important for me. I work in customer service.
Unit 2, Work and Leisure, Track 21. 1.
At night.
2.
In the autumn.
3.
On the 15th of February.
4.
On Thursday.
5.
In the afternoon.
6.
On Tuesday evening.
7.
In June.
8.
At New Year.
On New Year.
9.
At the weekend.
On the weekend.
Unit 2, Work and Leisure, Track 22.
Can you describe a typical working day?
Well, what I enjoy the most about the work that I do is that there is no such thing as a typical day. I work for different clients on different projects, and when the client needs me for something, I have to be ready to respond. So I can be in meetings, I can be running a workshop or a discussion, or quite often I can be in my own office in front of a computer screen or on the phone.
Unit 2, Work and Leisure, Track 23.
Do you have enough time for leisure?
Well, some weeks I do work very long hours, and I also have teenage children. The combination of those two things does sometimes make it difficult to find enough time for leisure for myself. But to answer your question, even so, yes, I think I do have enough time for leisure.
Unit 2, Work and Leisure, Track 24.
What do you like doing to relax?
At the weekends, I spend a lot of my time reading the newspaper. I catch up on the news from the previous week. And also, I try to go out running. Now, running may not sound like something that is very relaxing, but I think that it's very important to get outside into the fresh air and see the countryside. So that's why I run.
Unit 2, Work and Leisure, Track 25. Interview 1.
So, Mark, you work for a fashion company in Milan. Tell me about your working life. What do you do when you get to work?
First, I say hello to all my colleagues, and then I check my email.
Where do you have lunch?
We have a long lunch break. I sometimes go home for lunch because it's close to work. The other days, I have lunch with colleagues in a restaurant.
How much do you travel for your job?
Not a lot, but I always go to the fashion shows in Paris and New York.
And what do you do on the weekend?
On Saturday nights, I meet friends for a meal or we go clubbing.
Track 26. Interview 2.
So what do you do, Isabel?
I work for a pharmaceutical company. I'm a research assistant.
Can you tell me about your working day? What do you do when you get to work?
I'm always at my desk at 7 o'clock. First, I check my email and my diary. Then I have a coffee with my colleagues.
Where do you have lunch?
I don't stop for lunch. I usually have a sandwich at my desk.
How often do you travel for work?
I never travel for work. I'm always in the office.
What about the weekend? What do you do?
I've got 2 small children, so I like to spend time with them. On Saturday evenings, we sometimes invite friends round for dinner, or we go to the cinema. It depends if we can get a babysitter.
Track 27. Interview 3.
What do you do, Dan?
I'm a sales manager for Africa and Europe.
Tell me about your working day. What do you do when you get to the office?
First, I have a meeting with my team. Then I check my BlackBerry and reply to important emails.
Where do you have lunch?
I usually have lunch in the company restaurant. About twice a week, I go out for lunch with visitors.
How often do you travel on business?
I'm away a lot. I visit the sales office in South Africa 3 times a year. And I'm in Europe once a month for a week.
And what do you do on the weekend?
I like quiet weekends. I read a lot and listen to music. On Sunday mornings, I play golf.
Unit 2. Work and Leisure. Track 28.
Hi, I'm Pat. It's Tim, isn't it?
Yes. Hi, Pat. Nice to meet you.
What do you do in your job?
I manage a web team at an IT company.
Ah, yes. And how many hours a week do you work?
Usually between 30 and 35 hours, but sometimes it's a lot more.
Yes, it's the same in my job, but I have to travel around quite a lot.
Uh-huh. And what do you like best about your job?
Well, I work flexible hours, which is great, and I like the people I work with. Do you meet your colleagues after work?
Yes, from time to time. We sometimes go for a meal at a nice restaurant near the office.
Oh, that's nice. And what do you do in your free time?
I love sports. I really like karate and I love playing golf. But I'm not really interested in watching sports on TV. I don't enjoy watching professional golf, for example. What about you?
I like golf too, but I'm also into French cinema and jazz music. I like watching DVDs, and I really enjoy going to concerts. I also like playing the guitar. I'm interested in computer games, but I'm not very good at them.
Unit 2. Work and Leisure. Track 29.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your work. What exactly is your job?
I'm a media planner.
Okay, so what do you do at work?
Well, to put it simply, I decide the media we use for our advertising campaigns. I spend a lot of time each day talking to people in radio, television, and the press, as well as with internet companies. We use all kinds of modern media for our advertising campaigns.
Okay, thank you. What hours do you work?
It depends. If we're working on a big advertising campaign, I start at 8 and often don't leave the office much before 9 or 10 in the evening. There's a lot of pressure in my job.
I can see that. What about breaks? How long do you have for lunch?
Usually, I don't have a break at lunch. I get a sandwich at the local deli and eat it at my desk. I have a proper lunch maybe once or twice a month.
You are busy. So tell me, how do you feel about your job? What do you like about it?
There's a lot of variety in my work. I meet lots of interesting people outside the office, and many of my colleagues are also friends. I really enjoy working with them.
Right. So what don't you like about the job?
How long have you got? Okay, I don't like working such long hours without a break. I have a young daughter, and I don't see much of her because I get home so late. I often work on the weekend if we have to plan a really big advertising campaign. So my work-life balance isn't good. Too much work, not enough time for leisure, for fun activities, not enough time for the family. That's my problem.